All right, let's do this. Make it happen. There we go. We are still in full swing. With October. We are definitely getting to the halfway mark. Well, the polls are the polls. I want to, like, yell at people like, every vote counts, everything matters, and all, you could be the difference and everything like that. But I mean, I have to admit, Ember Glows is up against probably the 3 heaviest hitters I have. As far as, like, people who've been with me for the longest, who've been, major supporters. I mean, that's... I don't know. Yeah, I was actually surprised that they didn't get just 1 vote; they got 2 votes. And yeah, it looks like they might just sweep clean these polls. It is all in fun. There is no major prize. There is no, there is literally, I don't have anything in the works or anything like that. It is just to see who people's favorite is. This next match, it's people who are very active, actually, and all of them seem to have gotten free art out of me at one time or another beforehand. I wish there was more interaction. It's one of the things that I said about with one of the people. I just wish we had more of a repartee. I just I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's only so much time in the day, and there's only, so much that people give and so much that I can give. And I kind of I kind of want to meet people where they're at. If people are giving more, I want to basically, focus in on that aspect of it. Even if it means that I don't give the people who've been longtime supporters more attention. I'm trying. Dividing up the time takes time, and I don't want to be wasting too much time trying to figure out what to do. I mean, because then I'll have no time left to spend doing the things that I want to be doing. Which is one of the reasons why people who have been, who I have more of a rapport with, I mean, some of them I would even say they're close friends. And if I have more of a rapport with them, they're kind of like my go-to. This October surprised me because my two biggest, I used them as practice because they came in late. Missed the assignments, and I could, I don't think. There's easily two people that I have almost no contact with, or I don't have contact with anymore, that I could have just replaced them with. I mean, I already had one person come in, act like two people, get in on the list, and it didn't take a great sleuth to figure it out, what they were doing. I didn't have to be like this super detective. Going through the case file and figuring out all this thing. There was nothing really to figure out. I mean, they posted it almost right on the back of each other, and then they referred to themselves when responding to me as the other person. It was just like going, well, if you are that person, then you are both. I think that took away from the spirit of the art challenge, and I think that it's one of the things that deters people from taking part because of things like that. I still hated getting rid of them. I know it sounds really weird, but I did. I actually, asked, if you're on Discord and you go up in the October thing, you'll see that I was just like, going, I don't know what to do with this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but I will admit that there are there's a part of me that's hoping that our interactions and things like that will grow, and it's not going to grow if I start taking them out of the challenges and stuff like that. I mean, there's actually more than two. So if you're thinking it's the two that I'm just recently mentioning, it's not just, and they're not first on the list. The interaction is everything. It's not like, oh, this. I don't. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound really, really crass and crude. I don't need anybody else. I don't need to be doing Worktober. I don't need it at all. I don't need to, I didn't want to even come out of my artistic retirement. I mean, there are people in my life that would rather I didn't do that, because of how much time and effort and thinking and that it goes into all of that. But I personally, now 14 years that was when I quit being an artist. A little over 14 years, but it's been a long road. And so 14 years ago, I put it all away. And it took a decade before I came back and looked at it again. And just so you know, I looked at it real quick and I was going to put it away again. Because I still had, when I started drawing, when I did the foie gras, when I did foie gras, a person dressed as foie gras. When I did that, I didn't realize all bets were off. It was supposed to be a one and done. I was just supposed to just kind of like sneak this in here, and nobody's going to be the wiser. Nobody was going to be the wiser. It wasn't until kind of like the October, the trick or treat, in my first year. And I have to admit, and I'm not gonna pull punches. I saw it as a way to earn money. Not bring back my glory days. Not all that freaking craziness. But I actually saw it as it was going to be strictly commissions and this. And when the person who got ripped off by Fiverr, wished he could have it, I offered, gave me less than 2 weeks to do 9 figures. Just so you know, I didn't think I was going to get done. Not my best work. The person basically never. I'm going to be very clear about this. If they bought a subscription to my Twitch account, maybe. If they bought bits or spent bits with Twitch, maybe. If they bought me a coffee, maybe. And it could have been whatever price that, I didn't give a price. So it could have been whatever they thought. They have never given me money. Never. They have not helped out in any way, shape, or form. When I became a VTuber, they never watched any of my streams. Never. When I do art and when I include them and stuff like that, it's because of the community, not them. Because they don't even ask me anymore, and I think it's one of the reasons why. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's one of the reasons. It is the reason why I'm now taking only people requesting. You have to request it. You have to ask. I'm not going to just, throw it out there anymore. And I'm not going to do favors for others. So, if you ask for yourself, you can't ask for somebody else. I mean, that goes kind of without saying. They need to ask. And I'm making it that way, and the reason I'm kind of insisting on it, is because of that person. My first quote unquote commission. Because they've never supported me in any way, shape, or form. And I've done mountains for them. They're still a part of this. I don't even know. I don't think they're a spark. I'll have to check. They might be a spark. In my Discord. But yeah. Yeah, I know it sounds freaking petty. But there's so many more layers to it. And they're not and as much as it seems like going I'm just mad at them, it's not just them. When I was going through my darkest hour, I want you to know, the people who I thought had my back and who I thought were supporting me and stuff like that did not. Nobody came to my aid. I think half the people didn't even realize I was in crisis. And then, of course, when I came back, they were all kind of like, yeah, we figured you couldn't stay away. I'm not kidding. Not kidding at all. It's not a... It's not a lot of, I don't like to even think about the not nice part of this whole thing. This is the kind of the things about streaming that kind of put me off. One good thing, and one of the things that I was asked recently, especially about the drawing, because I used to show it off. I used to have drawing streams and stuff like that, because just so you know, I did those because those are the streams that I love to watch. It's funny because when I look at my drawing streams, I'm like, who the fuck's gonna watch this shit? And then I find myself watching it. So I'm definitely you know, in that realm. And I think it's because the first drawing stream I saw, I was just like enamored by it. And it's funny because I saw that person on YouTube. And then they moved from YouTube because I was only watching YouTube videos at the time. Like when I started, I was only YouTube all the time. And before that, I was only I did not see a Twitch stream until June, until they were doing the Forever stream and everybody was on Twitch. I had no reason to go to Twitch at all. And I always wonder if me watching that that stream on Twitch for the Forever stream, if me doing that changed here on YouTube. I know for a fact that Twitch has not benefited me in any way, shape, or form. Twitter definitely has before I left it, and then Blue Sky now is probably my biggest where I get the most subscribers from. Other than random people getting it in their feeds and they're like, what the fuck is this? And then they realize they're crazy. And then because they're crazy, they subscribe. But even to this day, I have a hard time with YouTube because I don't know who my subscribers are. I don't know if they're real. I don't know if they're bots. I can't follow them back. I can't see what they're creating. I can only guess. I'm subscribed to pretty much everybody. Yeah, I'm pretty much subscribed to everybody. Obviously, if anybody makes a comment, I subscribe to them because I don't know if they're following me. And I don't know if they can see that I'm following them. Certainly try not to hide it. But YouTube does really weird things. And I hate to say it, I think that most of the people that are subscribed to me are bots. Not you, the actual people watching. Not you. Cool beans, comments below. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic time doing it. I really do. We will, hopefully I'll do this again tomorrow. But I might take off again. I don't know. But take care of yourself. Be well. All right. And I'll talk to you soon. All right. Bye.